Hello, everybody. Cyanesk111 here, and welcome back to more Age of Empires for the Normandy campaign. We had just finished up the Battle of Bremule, where King Henry I claimed a decisive victory in the impromptu skirmish, and defeated the French king, and leaving Normandy's rule without question under his rule, of course. That's what I like from this mission. So, based on what's happened so far, I would assume that William invaded England and took it over for himself. Then his descendants would go back down to take over Normandy, although it resulted in bitter rivals between the siblings. And the rest is, if you'll pardon the pun, history. Let's just move on to the next mission.
After England defeated the French at the Battle of Bremule, Normandy was back in King Henry's hands. But 1 year later, his good fortune turned to tragedy. In 1120, his son and heir William Adelin died in a shipwreck. The future of Henry I's kingdom was in jeopardy. Henry desperately needed a new heir. With no legitimate sons left alive, he broke with tradition and chose his daughter, Matilda. Henry forced his barons to swear an oath to accept Matilda as queen. But when the king died, they broke their promise. England would not be ruled by a woman. Matilda's cousin Stephen saw his chance and claimed the throne. The crisis moved to the capital. At Westminster Abbey, Stephen was crowned king, but Matilda wanted what was hers. She was also lining up powerful supporters who would fight Stephen for her right to rule. Their conflict engulfed England in civil war. Fighting raged throughout the land. In 1141, everything focused on one of the kingdom's most strategic cities, Lincoln. Matilda's allies had commandeered the castle. But King Stephen was determined to take it back. He besieged the castle. Stalemate. As dawn broke on February the 2nd, everything was about to change. Matilda's half-brother, Robert of Gloucester, raced to break the siege. As Robert's forces approached Lincoln, Stephen's army turned away from the castle to face them. Robert could win Matilda the crown, but only if his army could win the day.
So the next mission, taking place in 1141, is Lincoln. The castle at Lincoln was under siege. Inside, forces loyal to the Empress Matilda awaited relief from her half-brother, Robert of Gloucester. To break the siege, Robert would have to capture the king. Oh, I was starting to wonder why this wasn't loading for a while. But yeah, look at that. We're now halfway into the timeline, and so I would assume that we're at or past halfway into this campaign. I don't really know. Still, pretty good campaign. Very informative. There's a lot of strategy involved. Yeah, I'll just wait until this loads, then I could go ahead and have me a nice little next mission. And apparently there is more to hear about Lincoln to come, since this is, of course, the first battle of Lincoln. Wonder what the second battle is going to be like. Obviously, I'm not going to know until a future part. Lincolnshire.
Robert of Gloucester's forces approached Lincoln. Their task, to liberate the castle from King Stephen's siege. While behind Lincoln's walls, troops loyal to Matilda held the castle for the Empress. First, Robert's forces would stage an ambush to prevent enemy reinforcements from joining with King Stephen's army.
Set up an ambush. Huh.
Now what comes next?
Only scouts can see into stealth forests. Right-click to move into the stealth forest. So this is apparently the ambush site that's going to take place. Okay, so move all units to ambush site in the stealth forest. The next ambush site up here. And the third and final ambush site, wherever it may be, right over here. Am I in the wrong ambush site for these troops? Oh, so apparently this is the ambush site that I'm supposed to move all of my troops to. Aren't I a dummy? Okay, and once all the troops are there, I'm gonna set all units to stand ground. The ambush is now set up. Good.
Robert's men concealed themselves in a sheltered grove and lay in wait for the enemy.
Eliminate enemy reinforcements. They're coming. I can see the star on the map. I could almost bet they weren't expecting that. And that's the first column done for.
Robert defeated the first column of Stephen's reinforcements, but he knew more were on the way.
Suessa aliata.
Okay, so the second column is coming from down here. The star is within my camera's range.
Essa zullen die heren. Ich tue so, du hättest.
And now. There goes two of my scouts. And I'll need to look on the map very carefully to see where the third column is going to come from.
With more of Stephen's reinforcements eliminated, Robert was steadily undermining the siege.
So the third and final column is coming from down here. You see.
Ich obey thine Hess. Hessa zullen die heren. Ich obey thine Hess.
I don't like how ominous the sound is when you move the camera into the black territory. I think I've said that before, but it should be obvious right now. Comes the final column. Let's go! They're trying to get away, but no one can outrun my troops. These ones, at least. And that's all enemy reinforcements dead.
Stephen's reinforcements, and were poised to break the siege.
And wouldn't you know it?
Push towards Lincoln. Robert sent in a large company of reinforcements to aid his vanguard. To further weaken the siege, Robert would need to cut off Stephen's supplies. He targeted the nearby market town.
Destroy the enemy market town. Okay, I took great care to not hit the Windows key that time. Otherwise, Dropbox would have been brought up and the recording would have automatically stopped, and that's not what I would have wanted. Okay, looks like that's all the troops coming from there. Who in the heck's calling me? Okay, well the ringing seems to have stopped now, so probably wasn't really that important.
Rallying to Matilda's cause, a large group of knights arrived at Lincoln to bolster Robert's army. With the market town in ruins, King Stephen's supplies began to dwindle. Robert received word that Welsh troops under Matilda's banner were en route to join forces with him. But King Stephen had the roads to Lincoln heavily guarded, and the route was not without risk, even for the hardy Welshmen.
Rendezvous with Welsh allies. These units are allies. You don't control them directly, but they help you fight. Okay. That's good to know that I have friends with me, once again. Like I did in a mission at the start of this session. Ally under attack.
Making their way to Lincoln, Matilda's Welsh allies were ambushed by the king's soldiers. Robert's men would need to aid the Welsh if they wanted their help in breaking the siege.
No, I'm making my way over there. I don't know how long it's going to be, though. It's a bit concerning. Okay, it does help that my troops can move into Stealth Forest at free will. Look at those men, thinking that they can just block my way freely. Okay, more Welshmen are coming to join the fight. But I don't think it's going to be much. But I've arrived, at least. Nothing's going to get away from me. That's it. Help my Welsh allies.
Joining forces on the road to Lincoln, Matilda's allied troops made for the castle to lift the siege.
So what's the next objective here? Besides defeat the besieging forces. Okay, so where am I going to need to go for this? So am I to assume that I just follow these Welsh troops? I'm just checking to make sure that no troops are left behind. This is going to be a hike. I'm seeing some stone walls up here. I know I'm supposed to have some battering rams with me now, but I don't have any resources at all.
Robert's forces spotted a large detachment of Stephen's soldiers guarding the castle gates. If they hoped to liberate Lincoln, they would need to break the blockade and rout the army.
Trying my best to gain entry to Lincoln here. I don't have a hero with me, so there's no ability to help me out in this siege. Just have some of my men take care of that. Springald's right here. And the blockade has been broken.
Robert's forces scattered the king's army, leaving the gates to the castle unguarded.
Enter Lincoln.
Robert's
Obviously
men
very easy.
finally united with Lincoln's garrison. They could now use the castle to strengthen their army. To lift the siege, they needed to destroy the enemy camps surrounding the castle.
Oh, and look at all of the camps that I have to clear out. They're not that far, but they are proving to be a little concerning at the very least. Wow, Lincoln is such a big castle city. If I were to live in the medieval times, and I were to see this city for myself, I would be very impressed. Impressed and pleased to live in such a well-guarded city like that. Well, I don't know if I could call it well-guarded now, given that there were troops surrounding it. And given these camps as well. I gotta decide which camp I want to clear out first. I know that there are troops on my borders, or outside my walls, I should say. Okay, so it shouldn't be that much of a hassle to get some more troops at this time. Okay, yep, under attack. So this means I'm gonna have to get to one of the camps ASAP. Oh, and they got a battering ram now. I obviously can't tell which camp these units are coming from. Apparently they're retreating back to the central camp down here. Maybe I should go after the central camp first. Once I have all my troops ready.
Yare to done some worker.
Do I have a monastery in this place? Abbey of Kings, but okay, I do have a monastery. What about a siege workshop? Yep, right there. So I guess the logical thing here to do would be to go ahead and get my villagers to work on some of the farms.
Yes. Good swinkerer, me mate.
Good swinkerer. I don't know if that was slang or whatever. Yeah, easy does mean that the enemy's gonna probe my defenses. People who are going to be used to story difficulty aren't going to be happy with that. I'm obviously not one of those people. Maybe while my troops are attacking the central camp, I should go ahead and produce a monk. Oh, and they have a siege tower too? Oi. Maybe I should produce 2 monks to make healing a bit faster. I'm gonna have to go after the central camp right now. Unless I want my walls to be much more damaged.
Stephen's army had broken through the sturdy walls of Lincoln
Oh.
Castle. Those loyal to Matilda had to ensure that the keep did not fall.
Lincoln Keep must not fall. Uh-oh, so there's a warning sign right there. That means... I would assume that means that if I don't complete this objective, then I'm going to fail this mission. Well, I guess that means I've got to put my workers to use in rebuilding the wall. If I can help it. Okay, the central camp is done for already.
Matilda's forces struck hard, destroying one of King Stephen's siege camps.
I'm trying hard. I'm trying real hard here. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and rebuild that wall now.
King Stephen's army dwindled as Matilda's forces struck down another siege camp.
Actually, I don't think I need those monks after all. What was I thinking? Although I actually do need them after all. Oh boy. Okay, time to get my villagers the heck out of here. Come on, hurry up and heal my troops.
Yare to don some work.
Nope, nope, nope.
On midway.
Estes on commander.
Okay, I think that skirmish has been taken care of. Or that little group.
The Monkas standeth Yara. It is see that to fail.
Tulkas, Ura Hestet.
Oh boy. Okay, I just got this western camp to clear, and hopefully this mission will be done in my favor. Yep, more troops, as I suspected.
Yare to don some. Nothing to do.
Get to work.
Everything is a
Get distracted from the action that's about to take place around here. The western camp is about to be eradicated.
The king's army was scattered, and those who didn't fall fled.
The besieging forces are down.
King Stephen was spotted, shielded by his men. To end the siege, Matilda's forces needed to capture Stephen and rout his army.
King Stephen.
Any Anagande to pushin. See they to Baron.
Come on. Oh dear. Okay, I thought it was the keep that was getting damaged. Apparently not. But I gotta take care of this mangonel before all else. Things are obviously not looking so good for my troops right now. That's a little concerning. Arg. Come on, all that needs to be done is capture Stephen. Man, cavalry units can take some time to defeat now. Or cavalry units can take some time to get onto the field. King Stephen. Please get wrecked for me. Oh, crud. I didn't feel like that would be enough. Oh, King Stephen can heal himself. So I guess I'd better ensure that I've got a firm grip on King Stephen's capture. Better be quick about it now. Okay, I think this is going to be the last knight I'll produce. From now on, it's just going to be spearmen all the way. King Stephen, though. Maybe 2 knights should be better than 1? King Stephen is healing fast. Well, anything I'll do to keep Stephen's health down, I'll do it. Okay, spearmen don't take as long to produce as any cavalry units. Okay, I think that should about do it. I'm getting out there and I'm capturing King Stephen now.
What shall each do?
Oh, I might actually do it. So I'm just gonna pretend that King Stephen was on the run,
Matilda's
but
men
was
closed
captured.
in and finally captured King Stephen.
Yeah, after a time. So this is it. It's looking like.
Matilda's forces had won the battle at Lincoln. But the fight for the crown was not over yet.
Well, given how much time is left in this campaign in terms of years, I'd say this fight is far, far from over. The Anarchy video, the Empress's fight, the Empress's flight, page from history, and the Trebuchet video. So at this point, Age of Empires 4 might become... So with all the videos that I'm unlocking, Age of Empires 4 might become a mini, non-internet required YouTube in and of itself. But yeah, First Battle of Lincoln is done. Matilda's forces ended the siege and took King Stephen prisoner, but Matilda was far from the end of her quest for the English crown.